All right, everybody, well, it is October 9th, I believe. I don't even know what day it is. It is October 9th, and I am heading out to the stand for the first time this year. I am on the new farm that I got, so I am going to get into my stand, and I am going to bring you my hunt tonight. So stay tuned. Just got done with work, and I'm being to stand by 4 o'clock here, so. All right, guys, we'll see you when we're in the stand. Alright, guys, it's Friday or Thursday, October 9th. I'm up in the new spot, my new stand for the first time this year. This is the first time out. We got temperatures are 60 degrees, and we got the wind northeast at about 6 miles an hour. So what that means is it's hit me to the right of my face and blown over across this valley onto that flat. What I'm hoping for is that buck that I saw, that you will see in that other video, came from my left. So if they come behind me, I'm out of the way. If they come to my right, which I think they might come from my right, then that'll be perfect. But if they come from my left, like about 10 o'clock, they may get my wind. So we're gonna see how that plays out. I got the new milkweed, and I use that now because I could see it. I could follow it all the way down to when it lands on the ground. And it's going down into this valley, so I'm thinking the thermals are gonna drop this evening. So it's gonna push my scent, I think, down this way as it gets cooler. And like I said, it's 60 degrees. So once it gets cooler, then it should, sort of like a vacuum, it should suck my scent down in this valley. And if they come this way, that's perfect. There's a ton of squirrels here eating acorns. So I do have my camera. I don't know where it is. Okay, I can see my camera on the scrape. And then I have another camera down below. So it depends on how much action I get today. If I get any action, I'm hoping I do. Then I will go down and change my cards on my camera. And I will put those pictures on this video if I get anything worth it. Or I'll throw whatever I got on there so you guys can see what's in here. All right, guys, we're going to get quiet, get ready. I'm going to get my face mask up, and we're going to start hunting for the 2025 season. All right, hope you'll follow along. All right, we'll be back. Alright, guys, so settled down. Got all my cameras in where I need them. Crossbow's ready. What I did was I ranged all my shots. I think my furthest shot is to my left at 33 yards. I got a 20-yard shot behind me. I could shoot out to 25 yards in front of me. I got a 10-yard shot. To my right, I got a 30-yard shot behind me. So we're covered. So I like to shoot all my distances just to get an idea. And then, yeah, you could hear them over at the dump working right now. So, and like I said, I don't know how this area plays out, but you got to be here to find out. So, but it's a beautiful night. And like I said, the wind is northeast, so it's blowing from my back along here. Now, I was thinking that they were going to come this way, so we'll see if my scent sort of turns and starts going downhill when they come across, for later in the evening. So, all right, guys, we'll be back. All right, guys, well, forgot to put my ozonics up. So I got the wind blowing this way. I was like, I got my ozonics. So I put my ozonics out and I faced it this way to help keep my scent down if it is blown towards them. We'll see what happens. All right. We'll be back. All right, guys, well, it's about 5:15, and I've been here for about an hour. There are so many squirrels making so much racket with all these acorns. You got to keep your head on a swivel. I keep hearing them all to my left and behind me. There's a few out in front of me down in this little valley here. But I'm expecting those deer to come from this way. And what I have this year, and I switched to this because your powders are good, you can see them, but when you get the milkweed and you put your milkweed out like that, you could watch that thing go for a good distance and you'll see exactly what your scent's doing. And right now, my scent's getting pulled out and going straight down. So that's good for me for these deer coming over here. But if they come from my left, I can't let them get too far in front of me before I can shoot them. Because if they get in front of me, they're going to win me. So, but that's what's happening right now, guys. Hopefully, got 2 more hours. Beautiful night though, so we'll see what happens. But this is the first sit on the new property that I got. So it's all a learning curve. But I was putting this stand up last week. And if you haven't checked that out, I had my ladder up and I was at the very top of the ladder. And a big 8-point come walking through. Went down in this little gully and went up over to that flat. So I'm hoping he comes back because he's a shooter for sure. If you haven't checked that little video, it's a short video, but I wanted to show you that buck. All right, guys, we'll be back. Alright, guys. I got a bunch of turkey. To my left, I seen something white, and I thought it was a tailhead in that, dump. But man, can I hear a bunch of noise to my right as well. But there's a bunch of turkeys have to be 200 yards away, but I seen them. And then I put the scope up on them, and I could see their heads, and they were moving. So, wasn't a deer, but it's almost 6 o'clock, so it's getting to be about that time. There's a ton of squirrels. I did grunt earlier just to let the deer know I was here type deal. But I'm gonna get back into it again. I'm gonna definitely grunt, do a little calling sequence. Maybe a little after 6. So, what's neat about hunting a property is you never know where they're gonna come from. You think they're gonna come from one way, and then they end up coming from another way, so. All right, we'll be back. All right, guys, we got a buck behind us. He's walking the trail. He might come in. Guys, so I seen a buck behind me. But it was one of them. I seen him and he disappeared directly behind me. He might still be there. But the good thing is he came the same way I walked in on and didn't smell me. I have no idea where he went to, but I lost him directly behind me. He was on a path. And I seen his white rack coming through this point here, this pinch point. So we'll see what happens. They're moving. Alright guys, that buck held up behind me for like a half an hour. And then it came right under my stand and walked down right in front of me and didn't smell me. And my thermals are going right down there. And he just walked straight down. He did put his nose up, but he didn't think I was here. He just walked across. He went over there. I think I could still see him. We just need a big boy to do that now. Alright guys, what I'm going to do is, you're going to hear some rustling around here. Alright, I'm gonna grunt a little bit. See if I can't get something to come in. Alright, we'll see what happens. We don't have too much longer left. Alright, we'll be back. Alright guys, well I'm back at the house. I'm getting dressed. You can see I ran into that. It was a nice, it looked like a 7-point. At the last light. He come down from my left in front of me. Didn't even know I was there. So I waited till we went over the hill. And then I got down out of my stand and then came home. So I'm going to get undressed, put all my stuff back in the scent-free bag, and get ready to do it all again tomorrow after work. So that's going to end it for this video. If you made it this far, I wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate that. Please hit the like button, and make sure you turn your notifications to all so you can be alerted whenever we do new videos and giveaways. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free, and it helps out the channel. So thank you guys, and like I always say, take a kid fishing or hunting. We're going to preserve our sport and pass it on to future generations, and we will see ya.